Hello. As you notice, the kitchen is a little darker tonight because we're going to have a little bit more of an intimate conversation between me and you. Mano a mano. I got 10 fragrances here on the table I want to talk about. Prada Rossa Black. A lot of people don't really know about this fragrance, and the people that know, apparently. Is that what all the kids are saying these days? The one that's really popular is the EDP Ocean. EDP, talking about the concentration that's in the bottle. It's like a blue fragrance, you know, like blue de Chanel, but not as Chanel. You know what I'm saying? Very clean, irisy scent. So it's got kind of like a little bit of a powdery, dark, masculine vibe to it. I usually recommend people to go to discounters to purchase just to save a little money, but definitely go to like a Macy's or a Sephora or wherever to sniff it on your skin, because scent is 100% subjective. I want you to have bad information. So if you don't like it, whenever you try it out, I don't want you to have a problem trying to get away from things you don't like. Definitely don't want to spend money you don't have on things you don't need just to get something you don't want. Does that make sense? Like the best Prada scents in my mind that I've discovered aren't even ones that they focus on. Prada L'Homme Intense, a leathery, irisy, powdery, very clean, soapy scent. I mean, the regular EDT is very good, but this one, this is my favorite by far. And fellas, when you put this on a date night, that phone might get put away. What you're thinking, the powdery just isn't for me. I want something a little bit more Aventus. This is the Aventus Absolu, which is the cranked up bottle. It's a lot spicier. Where's that Jeremy fragrance dude on the internet? He goes, power! Sorry, my kids are sleeping. I can't be too loud. It's just a tester of this, and I got it for research purposes for you guys, because one out there on the internet called Afton Supremacy Collector's Edition. This is the one on Amazon you find that's got the concrete graphite speckled bottle. This is like 60 bucks. One spray of this, it smells just like this. And it's powerful. So what I'm saying is, $400 or $500, $40 to $60. You think how you want to think, okay? I feel like Aventus, but the problem is you just don't like the pineapple note in it. There is other options. That DNA exists elsewhere. There's this one called Mind Games Blockade. It's basically Aventus, but they took out the pineapple and they threw in the mango. It doesn't really perform as well as what I thought it should for an extrait de parfum, but it smells great. I mean, if you like the Aventus DNA and you just don't really jive with the pineapple and you want that more juicy mango scent, not like the God of Fire juicy mango, this is the game. I mean, it dries down about the same, but the opening and that first, few hits smells great. But this stuff does get expensive. There's a website called Olfactory Factory, I think. You can find it on Google. They have a discount code right now for $100 off with the code like MG100, I think. If you go on their website, go to the tab, there's a drop down arrow and you go over, it's MG100 off. It's $100 off any of the Mind Games fragrances. Whoopsie. But when you're talking about elegance and sophistication, personally, in my mind, clean, soapy, like always fresh scent, like straight out of the shower, enter in Tom Ford Vetiver. I would imagine that like whenever Bruce Wayne is not Batman and he goes into his meetings and he's like being all boss man and such, I'd imagine that he smells like Vetiver. It's very clean, soapy, kind of, actually I'm just going to say soapy. It just smells like a very masculine, clean scent, and it lasts a long time. I like this stuff. It's really good. The barber shoppy kind of smells, that's where you go. You're trying to look for something a little bit on the cheaper end of it, enter in the SEA Miyake. Poor homie. It's got that yuzu note in there, and it smells fresh. Put it on right after the shower, right before you go to bed. She might look over and say goodnight. Maybe even kiss you. You never know. 200 milliliters at 60 bucks. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it at most discount places. I think you can even find this at Walmart pretty cheap. But now for the people out there that had their break and they're no longer with the poor homie. You see, I'm sure that you've been all over the internet and seen Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill. It's apricot, right? So it has like a very clean, shampoo-y smell to it. It's, oh man, it smells good. It actually smells like my wife's shampoo. It's like Aussie, I think. Don't quote me on that. You had to buy one, and you only had to buy one fragrance for life. Imagination from Louis Vuitton. It smells like fresh laundry. Like clean linen, fresh laundry. Performs, it projects, it does it all. I'm not trying to like mess with you guys. Look at the dent in the bottle. I've only had this for a couple months. I use that stuff. This is Holmes Cooking. I'm trying to take care of the homies, okay? That's only 9, you say. I completely understand. There's one more scent that I want to talk to you about, and it's a very clean, very masculine scent. Apparently, Ryan Reynolds award before he switched to that Santal 33 stuff from Le Labo. I am not going to talk about that stuff in a good light because I think it smells like pencil shavings. I'm trying to make anybody feel bad that wears that. If you like it, own it. Confidence, 99% of the time, is based on how you feel about yourself and your projection out. So if you feel good wearing it, even though you probably stink, in my opinion, if it makes you feel better about yourself, you're winning. But as for me in my house, look at the fingerprinted bottle. Armani Code Parfum. I love this stuff. Oh man. Armani Code Absolu is probably my favorite because it's like the vanilla heavy fragrance. This one, I don't remember the notes off the top of my head, and I'm sorry if any of the fragrance people out there in the fragrance community get upset with me about anything I've misquoted, misinterpreted, whatever I said that was maybe incorrect by your opinion. The cool part about it is you can correct me in the comments and give people the correct information based on what you know as a fact instead of what I feel as an observance. I put this on, I feel like $1 million, even though I don't have $1 million. Matter of fact, I'll go get that in a second. Bunch of different colognes that I like and I've tried out. These are just 10 highlights out of that collection. The only thing I'll tell you is if you want to smell unique and not like all your friends, these two right here, somebody in your friends group might have that. More than likely, somebody has something that smells like Creative Aventus. But I will say, the rest of the ones I mentioned, I don't think any of those people have that. But that's just an observance. More than likely, one of your friends is rocking Nautica Voyage. The rest of them are probably all wearing Dior Sauvage or Sauvage Elixir. If you like the video and you don't follow me already, leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite fragrance is. If I don't got it, I might check it out. Till then, have a good one. Come back and watch me cook. Did I mention the magnetic cap? No, I didn't.
You spend way too much money on fragrances.
You know what? I look at it like this. This is an investment in yourself. Confidence goes a long way. If anybody's worried about how you spend your money on yourself, remember to tell them this. You paid attention so that way later you're not having to pay for attention. And you want to really know how you know this isn't a sponsored video? I'm going to tell you to go use a different influencer's codes. I've been watching a lot of Gent Sense lately. Cool guy. Wish he'd email me back, but he hasn't. But you know, such is life. Outside of the Louis Vuitton fragrances, most of the stuff you can find at a discounter. Discounter, gray market, if you don't know anything about that, it's a place you can go without having to pay all the overhead of the store. And Gent Sense happens to have a bunch of codes. So if you want to go run his up, save a bunch of money. I don't really care. I don't make any money either way on it. I just smell nice. Hopefully this video helps somebody. If it didn't, whatever.